You know, this is the first time ever that everyone is going to be able to attend BlizzCon with BlizzConline coming this weekend, and with Diablo Immortal and other Diablo games being such a big feature, it's something you're not going to want to miss. So today I'm going to walk you through it, tell you about the event, show you the schedule so you don't miss anything. All right, guys, so here we sit on the BlizzCon website where you have save the date information. You're going to be able to come here so you can actually view the event as well, and you'll just be able to hang out and kind of absorb everything that's going on from BlizzCon. Now, before I go any further in this video, guys, I want to remind you to sub the channel, ring the bell if you like Diablo Immortal, because my dedication to this channel is 100% Diablo Immortal. You won't really find anything else here but that, so if that's kind of your thing, and make sure you sub. By the way, check out the new gear. It's linked down below. Now, in my opinion, the best place to watch the event is going to be on the BlizzCon website, where they have the actual show right here embed from YouTube. Of course, you can go over to their Twitch, their YouTube, or right here to view. I like it right here just because it's on their official page. If you want to be involved in the chat, which who knows, it could be toxic. We really don't know what to expect. Well, then you can go on over to the Twitch or the YouTube so you can actually engage in the discussion. For me, I'd want to kick back, have this screen open all day, relax, and see what's going on. So that's now the answers to where to go to view all this great stuff. But back on the BlizzCon.com website, you see up top there is a news and there is a schedule. The schedule is what we're looking at here today, because this is what's really important. Now notice we have Blizzard, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Diablo, Overwatch, and the strategy channel. All these different channels are all going to be running the opening ceremony at the same time, because we are going to have different channels running different things, and I'm assuming the way they're going to just kind of bump those around, it's going to be done on the main page, maybe on the YouTube channel, just like cycling through what's going on where, because there are multiple rooms, just like there's multiple stages at BlizzCon. There's not one room where everyone sits and hears about all these games at the same time. You would go from section to section, area to area, room to room, and hear more about the games that you're interested in, because literally at BlizzCon, when it was a LAN event, when it was in person, there was crazy amounts of stuff going on everywhere all day, and you would choose where you wanted to go. So now let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into the schedule itself to see what we can expect and what's going on. So what you're looking at right now is day one, and there's a little bit of a slider on the bottom. We have the opening ceremony, and then when we scroll over, you will see the rest of the day. So day one is going to be a shorter day than day two, but what we're focused on right here is really the Diablo thread. You could sit here, pause the screen, or go to the website yourself if you want to check out what everything else says, but I'm focusing on the Diablo channel because, well, that's what we're here to focus on. So at 6:10 p.m., which is 6:50 p.m. Eastern time, which is my time zone, Diablo, what's next? They're going to be talking about what we can start expecting. We're going to hear most likely about Diablo Immortal and Diablo 4 in there, and that's going to be nice. We're going to get some really good information right off the bat as far as probably timelines go and progress goes. Now we're looking at a 40-minute show right there. So 40 minutes of information regarding progress in both Immortal and Diablo 4. Then we come up at 7 o'clock p.m. to 7:40, the developer round table, where they're going to have all of the developers around, and they may even have community content creators and players of the alpha, and maybe people that are just in the Diablo community asking questions and talking to the development team of Diablo Immortal and of probably Diablo 4 at the round table. That's kind of exciting. I wonder if I click on it, does it say anything? Nope, it doesn't say anything. It says join for more information. All right, well, now we know. Then up we have the Diablo, the Gothic World of Braum. Legendary artist Braum sits down for a one-on-one interview to discuss the inspiration of all of his haunting contributions to the Diablo franchise. Wow, that's pretty cool. So if you like the artwork, if you like the darkness of Diablo, we're gonna be able to learn more about it in that event. Now, that's not specific to Diablo Immortal, to when it's being released, if it'll be playing on your phones, but it's more into the heart of the past, the future, and basically all of the building of Diablo altogether. And then we have the Diablo deep dive from 8 o'clock to 8:40. Delve deeper into the Diablo with the development team. So again, they're not saying right now what is actually going to be shown during those times. There's no real information on what's going to be happening, but we know that they are basically featuring Diablo. And if I look at this right here, let's go back on the timeline. We're looking at Diablo from 6 o'clock all the way to basically 9 o'clock. So we're looking at nearly 3 hours, probably 2.5 hours of actual Diablo related content. Now, there may be content creators, possibly myself, possibly Scrappy Academy, I'm not sure, streaming these events as well. I don't know how that's going to go, whether I want to stream these things live or whether I want to capture them and then do videos on them afterward. For those of you that missed the live event, I'm not sure how I want to handle it yet, but either way, we will be making content on everything that we hear from these events. But not only that, BlizzCon is Friday and Saturday. This is Friday's schedule. On Saturday's schedule, which I'm about to show you, we'll go through all that. Then on Sunday, Nemo and I are catching up again together for the Immortal podcast, which will be live on this channel and on my Twitch, where we could talk about everything in full that we heard about Diablo Immortal. That's going to be exciting. But now let's go take a look at day 2, which is going to be on Saturday. And day 2 is going to begin at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and you can see it's a Q&A with Diablo, 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. Now, I'm noticing here that they are not focusing whether that's on Diablo Immortal or Diablo 4. Could that be because they don't want people getting upset that there's going to be more discussion about Diablo Immortal than people may want to hear that aren't into the mobile audience? Not really sure if that's their thought process. I mean, with Diablo Immortal being the only game Blizzard is putting out this year, they have to talk about it a lot at this BlizzCon, because all the other games that we're seeing here, there's no game coming out. So Diablo Immortal it's their game of 2021. So it's got to have a lot of discussion at this BlizzCon. So I'm anticipating a lot of information regarding Diablo Immortal in all of the Diablo Q&As, unless if they're being asked by the community, where I would guess that most of the community involved with BlizzCon are OG PC gamers, and they're going to want to know more about Diablo 4, because of course everyone wants to know what that update line is going to be like how long until Diablo 4. If you want to know my prediction, I'm saying 2 years before you see Diablo 4. Then we have a community showcase. Let's click on that and see what it says. Host Darian DePaul is back to help shine a spotlight on the very best art, talent, storytelling, and cosplay. Now that's always fun. I'm not a cosplay guy, but when I was at BlizzCon, I was blown away by the costumes and the makeup and how crazy some of these people looked and how intense their costumes were. I loved it, and it was definitely a highlight, and has become a highlight of BlizzCon. So that's something I'll definitely be tuning into to kind of see what's up. I'm guaranteed we're going to be seeing a Lilith. Maybe we'll even see a Diablo. Who knows what we're going to see, but excited nonetheless. Then we're coming over here to 5 o'clock p.m. to 6:10 p.m., so an hour and 5 minutes. Artists and work, Diablo Hive Mother Part 1, and then you could see from 6:10 to 7:25 we have Diablo Hive Mother Part 2. So if I click on those, I wonder if it's going to give me more information. Join the artists from the Diablo team to see the beginning sketch phase of bringing a boss monster to life. Well, that's pretty cool. So whenever they create these new characters inside of Diablo, we're going to want to know, how do they do it? How do they make them the way that they make them? And we're going to learn about it right here. So that's interesting stuff. And lastly, we have artists from Diablo continue their work on fleshing out a boss monster, adding color and detail. So we see sketches, then we see color and detail, and then at the end of that, we go to the final bit of the day, and it's the show close. And that's sad. But when you think about it, you may be saying there's a lot of stuff for artwork. There's a lot of stuff for, development and all that regarding these games. But where's all the announcements? And when you think about it, announcements are just someone jumping on stage and saying, this is where we are. This is what you can expect. This is what we're doing. And this is what you're going to get. It doesn't take 2 days to talk about that. Now, we are going to get a lot of questions answered at the roundtables as well. And I may be conducting possibly a one-on-one interview with the developers of Diablo Immortal. You're hearing it right here first. I may have that interview. If I do, it will be recorded and you will be able to hear it as long as I'm able to share that information. But that is exciting for me because I'm going to be able to sit with them for however long, a half hour, and talk to them about this. Not confirmed, but if it happens, and I think it may, you guys are going to hear about, and I have all the questions. If there's any questions that you want to know about Diablo Immortal, let me know in the comment section below, and I could take those questions and bring them to the development team. You better believe I'm going to be asking about PvP. That's kind of been my thing, and how I think, you know, the longevity of the game is going to lie. I'm going to have a lot of questions about PvP. We're going to talk more about monetization in that as well, and you know, just a timeline. If we don't get details on a timeline here, I'm going to be pushing for a timeline in that interview. But that is BlizzConline this year. I have my sheet right here just so I don't miss it, literally in front of me every day. We have February 19th at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's when it starts. And then February 20th, which is Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. That is when BlizzCon's happening. I want to see you guys there hanging out and seeing the event, because remember, BlizzCon's in the past, you had to go to attend or pay to attend in some way. They did have online ways to see certain things, but you're seeing everything this year online for free. The biggest Diablo fans, the biggest Blizzard fans can be there and part of this extreme event. It's the first time ever. Don't miss it. But I'm excited. I know you're excited, and I know that you know that I'm gonna bring you everything that I know. And the best place to talk to me about it is right here on the channel, in the comments below, or over on my Discord server. And again, this is the first time I wore the shirt. By the way, when I get a brand new t-shirt, I know you're supposed to wash them. Nemo tells me they have chemicals on them. Wash your shirts. There's nothing better than putting on a brand new t-shirt before you wash it. It just feels the best. It never feels the same. So we're doing it. We're breaking the rules. Do you break the rules? That's the question. If you want to check out my shop, it's linked as the pinned comment down below. But we're out of here for today. Thanks for hanging out. Check out my other videos before you go. Be good.